The Orlando Freefall is the world's tallest freestanding drop tower. Located at Icon Park just off International Drive, this massive thrill ride stands 430 feet, or 131 meters tall. But is this drop tower worth a pit stop on an Orlando vacation? Find out in this review. Icon Park is an entertainment complex adjacent to iDrive. This area gets a lot of foot traffic, and it's home to the tallest rides in Orlando. You have 4 rides over 400 feet tall. You have the Ferris wheel, the Orlando Starflyer, the Slingshot, and most impressively the Orlando Freefall. The latter was built by Funtime and opened just a few months ago. Now, just to put this drop tower's height in perspective, it's nearly 100 feet taller than Busch Gardens Tampa's Falcon's Fury, and it's just 10 feet shorter than the tallest building in downtown Orlando. The only drop tower taller is Zoom & Gyro Drop of Doom at Six Flags Great Adventure, which is fixed to the side of King Ka. But the Orlando Freefall does get the record as the tallest freestanding drop tower, and it has quite the presence. Funtime hasn't built too many drop towers in the United States. The only other one in the United States is Dropline at Dollywood, which is considerably shorter. It's almost half the height of this ride. Most of Funtime's drop towers are found overseas. This is a gyro drop tower, meaning it spins on the way up. That allows everyone to get a full 360-degree view of their surroundings. And because Florida is so flat, you can see for miles. The view alone is worth the cost of admission. So what do you need to pay? As of this recording, each ride in the Orlando Freefall costs $12. There is no wristband, unfortunately, and I really wish there was because I'd love to get more re-rides on this thrill ride. On the bright side, this attraction always seems to be a walk-on. The gondola seats up to 30 riders, and if anything, you may have to wait a few minutes on the drop tower for more riders to arrive. Prior to boarding, you need to pass through a metal detector, so make sure you have no loose articles on you. While you ride, you place all of your belongings in a bin that's placed by your feet. Once seated, you pull down your over-the-shoulder restraint, and the harness is fine. It reminds me of the Gerstlauer over-the-shoulder restraints in terms of their profiling. The ride begins by slowly climbing the 43-story tall tower. You spin both on the way up and at the top, and you feel every bit of that height because you realize you're level with the other towering attractions at Icon Park, and you're even looking down the Slingshot. How long you stay at the top is at the operator's discretion, and it just adds to the suspense. But before you drop, there's one more trick. The seats tilt forwards. They may not go 90 degrees like Falcon's Fury, but they tilt an appreciable 30 degrees, so you're staring right at the ground for that record-breaking descent. The tilt is similar to the intimate stand-up drop towers like Acrophobia at Six Flags Over Georgia. Funtime had used a tilt feature like this in Highlander at Hansa Park, but unfortunately that feature wasn't working the day I was there, so I was really excited to experience it on Orlando Freefall. Now, in all my rides on the Orlando Freefall, the drop occurred almost immediately after the tilt, but it's my understanding this is also operator dependent. There is a little tell for when the drop starts because the gondola starts to raise slightly before the release. This is similar to the other Funtime drop towers out there, but it is tricky to feel on-ride in this one because of the riding position, and the drop is a genuine thrill. I got sustained floater airtime the whole way down, which is pretty freaky when you're staring at the asphalt beneath you. This one only offered a brief stomach drop at the start, but that aforementioned airtime with that crazy speed more than compensated. In terms of power, I think this is more oomph than the other Funtime towers I've experienced. This one is closer in power to the second generation Intamin drop towers out there, but at the height of a Lex Luthor or Zoom & Gyro. Before giving my rating, I want to talk about the best time to ride. This drop tower is super long hours. It runs from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. most days. No other park in Orlando is open that late. Heck, most businesses aren't open that late. So this is the perfect way to end your night, especially because it's eerily silent and extra chilling as it gets later into the night. So what would I rate the Orlando Freefall? I would give this drop tower a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best drop towers in the world. Between the ride's hulking heights, thrilling tilt feature, and floaty drop, it checks most of the boxes for a drop tower. While I still prefer Tower of Terror as the state's best drop tower, I think the Orlando Freefall is the scariest drop tower. I prefer this ride to Falcon's Fury, because it has similarly great visuals and more power to it. I do prefer the stand-up tilting drop towers from Intamin, but there aren't many drop towers I prefer over this one. I strongly recommend hitting this tower if you find yourself in Orlando. So those are my thoughts on the Orlando Freefall at Icon Park. What are your thoughts on this gargantuan drop tower? How do you think it compares to the others out there? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.